and it's gonna keep going. Like you know what I'm saying. So we definitely gonna have to cover that more.
It goes very deep. It really
on the
does.
show. And there's this pastor who really had the ultimate form of forgiveness after what happened. There's a pastor in I forget. It's gonna show it on the clip.
What clip is it?
It's clip 6.
Okay.
This pastor that showed true forgiveness. What true forgiveness is.
Let's see what's up.
The good Lord was definitely with this pastor.
Oh,
He just started his sermon when all of a sudden a man in the congregation jumped up, pointed a gun, and pulled the trigger. But the gun jammed, and a good Samaritan's jump saved the day.
Hopefully we don't get flagged
The pastor
for this.
is conducting Sunday
he's not
church
shooting
services when mayhem suddenly breaks out. Out of nowhere, a man walks up to the altar rail, points a gun, and pulls the trigger. By some miracle, it jams as the pastor dives for cover. Then a hero emerges. Take another look. The assailant appears ready to pull the trigger again, but he's tackled to the floor. The hero is a church deacon who makes a flying leap and puts the suspect in a bear hug. There is a frantic effort to get the gun. All of this is playing out in front of the congregation and a live stream as people watch from home. Reverend Glenn Germany of the Jesus Dwelling Place Church in Pittsburgh says he couldn't believe he was staring down the barrel of a gun.
At the moment, I was just trying to stay alive. It really is a miracle.
Germany says he does not know the suspect. And there's the hero church deacon, Clarence McAllister, after confiscating the pistol.
What is going through your mind when you see this guy with a gun?
Oh, I was shocked. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
We reunited the pastor and the hero.
He's your guardian angel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so grateful for him.
All right, so
yeah,
I would
break that down, Tony.
I would say good job on the deacon for handling that situation. Good job on the deacon for handling that situation. But that's why churches really do need security. Because come to find out, that dude actually killed somebody in his home just before he went to that church and pulled that stunt.
Yeah.
So who's to say he had a weapons malfunction? Maybe he might have been out of ammunition. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he had I believe he pulled the trigger and
I think they said it jammed.
Oh, the fire.
But it could have
fire pin went forward. There was no discharge. So.
And he went up and tried to. I mean, it could have fired the second time.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy.
No, he would have had to probably do a correction on that one. Tap rack.
So that's 2 times recently that we've seen. The first, the Bishop Mari.
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna keep happening.
Bishop Mari, the knife didn't come out, and then this one, the gun jammed. Like God is protecting some people, boy.
I'm telling you.
Because it's some sick. Because we've seen the videos in the churches where they got shot and they deleted 2 people, but then somebody from that video, somebody from the back had the gun.
Right.
It had the most amazing aim I've ever seen, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that video honestly was kind of traumatizing to me, to where the point where we're going to church, every person that has a black hoodie that walks inside the church that we don't know, we're just like, oh my god.
That's why I pay close attention. That's why I pay close attention to people in hands, dude. That's why I pay close attention to people in hands. Because the thing is, it's gonna keep happening until you get more hard security in churches. Yeah, it's gonna keep happening.
And they got churches that
I'm not saying stand outside the church with an AR-15, stand outside the front of the church with an AR-15, but strengthen up security at least to where you at least monitor everybody coming through the door. Have armed security, but invite people in and everything, but still be prepared. Because this is gonna keep happening. Because there's still a big orange alert out for attacks on churches. Because like I said, this dude literally just killed somebody in his house before he went to that church and pulled that stunt. He just did that. So kind of how I would handle it. He'd have some rounds in him.
You talking about the dude in this video?
The one we just watched. He just killed somebody in his house right before that. They went to his house, they found a body.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man. So
goodness. And they said this guy looked like he was on some type of drug. And he ran up. Well, he walked up and he pulled the gun out and tried to shoot. And then I'm just thinking like the pastor, like he kind of didn't have any other options but to run. And it's like
he heard him duck a cover real quick though.
If that gun would have got off, I don't know what he could have done. I mean, he would have had to I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
he did the main thing he could do in that situation was getting out of the line of fire. That's the main thing he could only really do.
Yeah.
But that's why people need to invest in church security, man.
I'm constantly thinking, like, even at the keyboard at our church, I'm thinking about scenarios to where, do I need to have a weapon under my chair? Like, do I need to have a?
You're in a good position for it too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you that.
You mean in a good position to
in a
get
good
shot, or
you're
a
in a
good
good
position to
position,
handle
yeah.
the situation?
Both. Yeah. You're in a very,
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or
you'd
not.
be in a very strategic position, to be honest. Like,
At least I got my keyboard to I mean, I don't know what should I do in that situation. I mean, we might have to run some. Hey y'all,
that's something we have to discuss online that we couldn't announce to the public.
hey, we gonna run through some drills,
yeah,
y'all.
we couldn't announce that to the public, man. That's
Yeah.
something we're doing a personal time, man.
Yeah.
But like, this gonna keep happening.
Just don't come to our church unless you want that smoke, bro.
Oh, trust me, I got plenty of smoke.
Yeah,
I got plenty of smoke.
We are not looking for a fight, but we are prepared, man.
Look, we are not. I'm not.
I ain't never wanted to
we ain't
pray to
having
see the devil,
We ain't having it.
but we gotta be. See, that's what I'm not praying to see the devil,
I don't.
but we are prepared if the devil come through the doors. You know what I'm saying? Got to be.
And understand this. Even in the world of policing, no officer looks for a conflict. So no officer looks to take anybody's life. Nobody looks to get into a shooting. Nobody looks
gun
to,
owners do
nobody,
not.
nobody
The
looks for
last thing they want to do is use their gun.
right.
I mean, most
Any
of
law
them.
abiding gun owner, the last thing you want to do is have to use your weapon on somebody. But understand that if it comes down to it, it is what it is.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, it is what it is. Nobody wants to do it, but when it comes down to it, you're gonna get the business.
Yeah,
So-
and he immediately, he was already like when he was down, like he got the gun out of his hands. He immediately was talking to him for like 20 minutes. This is what he said in another interview. He was immediately talking to him for like 20 minutes, and he was praying for him. He said, what's going on? Like, I don't know what the guy on the ground said. I guess we'll hear more about the report later, but it was a scary situation.
Yeah, I need to go back and look that up.
Yeah, I saw an interview he had, and he was very forgiving of this guy that had this weapon, aimed at him. Like, I can only imagine the uproar that we would have if somebody even thought about aiming a weapon at our pastor. Like, oh man, I've heard some things about people saying what they would do to the pastor, and I'm like, yo, do you understand like the anger and the fury that comes through our minds just hearing about stuff like that? Like you ain't got to disagree with this man, but to think an evil thought towards this man of God and the sacrifice that he's done,
Yeah.
and you want to think about something evil to do towards it, like, it's just, I know our whole church would just
Yeah.
some of us would put the Bible to the side and be a savage in that moment. It's hard to, but then again, I don't think we would be sinful for using anger to solve the situation in that moment. It wouldn't be sinful. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta take care of our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
And honestly, that's why I chose law enforcement. That's why I joined the military. That's why I chose law enforcement as a profession, And even what I do as far as the church goes, man, like at the end of the day, the way my mindset is, I prioritize the life of bystanders, even my fellow officers, life of my teammates, before my own. And I truly believe in laying my life down on the line to protect others. I believe that wholeheartedly, down to my very core.
yeah.
I'll give my own just to make sure somebody else lives, even people I don't even know. And that's just what I really feel in my heart and my spirit. That's what I felt overseas. That's what I feel in this job. And that's what I feel now, even when I go, even in the church.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. That's what I truly feel about my friends, my family. Like,
Yeah.
I don't worry about me in situations. I worry about take care of others. Like my life, I'm cool. I've lived a pretty good life. I'm cool. I got a good will. My daughter be fine.
Yeah. And the last thing I want